All right, everybody, welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to be diving into something pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And that's African tech. So we're trying to figure out, where the best places are to put your money if you're interested.
We're going to get in on the ground floor.
Yeah, exactly. So, you sent over this document with 5 countries on it.
Yeah.
And I got to say, there's a lot of Silicon this and Silicon that.
Yeah.
So it's Savannah, Silicon Valley.
It seems like every country wants to be the next Silicon something or other, right?
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And honestly, I think it really speaks to the level of ambition,
Yeah.
that we're seeing across the continent.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants to be the leader in this new digital economy.
Yeah, for sure. So let's start with Kenya then.
Okay.
Dubbed the Silicon Savannah.
Right.
And the document here is talking about this thriving startup scene.
Yeah.
But what's really driving all this success?
Well, I think a big part of it is the government. They've really been proactive about creating a really business-friendly environment.
Okay.
They've streamlined the process for registering businesses.
Right.
They're offering tax breaks, incentives for foreign investment.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're really making it attractive.
So it's not just hype.
No,
there's
real substance.
real support going on there.
Exactly.
Okay. And speaking of, big moves, let's talk about Nigeria.
Okay.
They are making some bold moves.
Huh?
Aiming to train like 1 million tech workers in 3 years.
Yeah, the 3MTT program.
3MTT.
Make, Move, and Peach Tech.
Wow.
And it's really smart because they're focusing on young people,
Yeah.
Who are going to be the driving force in this new economy.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then there's that Anambra State thing.
Oh, yeah.
The Solution Innovation District.
The Solution Innovation District.
Yeah, 13 hectares.
It's massive.
For an innovation hub. And they even have that Anambra Innovation Week.
Oh, yeah, with the 100 million Anambra Prize?
Yeah, 100 million Demera. It's a lot of Naira.
It's a serious statement.
It is.
They're not messing around. They want to be a major player. And that kind of prize money is definitely going to attract attention.
Right. So you've got that government support, but then you've also got this private investment.
Exactly.
It's coming in.
It's a multi-pronged approach.
Yeah.
And then you add in the huge population and the young talent pool.
Right.
I mean, Nigeria has a lot going for it.
Yeah, it does sound pretty good.
Yeah.
But what about the downsides?
Well, yeah. I mean, no place is perfect.
Sure.
Infrastructure is still a challenge in some areas.
Okay.
And bureaucracy can be a bit of a headache sometimes.
Right.
But, I think the potential rewards outweigh the risks.
Okay. So for someone who's maybe a little more risk averse,
Right.
let's look at South Africa.
Okay.
They're kind of doing their own thing.
Yeah, they're taking a different approach.
Yeah, they're not quite as flashy.
Yeah, they're not trying to reinvent the wheel. They're building on what they already have.
Yeah.
They've got advanced infrastructure,
Right.
a highly skilled workforce.
Mm-hmm.
They're already a leader in fintech.
Yeah.
And they've got a good track record of attracting foreign investment.
So they're kind of a safe bet.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say so.
But are they going to get left behind?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can they keep up with these more agile, ambitious countries?
Right.
I think they have the potential.
Okay.
But they need to keep innovating and adapting. But
Right.
I think their existing strengths and the stable political environment still make them a pretty good option.
All right, let's move on to another country then.
Okay.
Rwanda. Sometimes called the Singapore of Africa.
Yeah, small country, big ambitions.
Yeah. What's going on over there?
Well, they're really laser focused on innovation.
Oh.
And building a knowledge-based economy.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Kigali Innovation City?
Yes.
So that's a planned hub for research and development.
Very cool.
They're trying to attract universities, tech companies, startups.
What about that Kigali Innovation Fund?
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive.
$100 million to support early-stage tech companies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a real commitment.
It is.
And they're not just focusing on, profits.
Right.
They're also using technology to try to address social challenges.
Okay.
Things like healthcare education.
So for someone who's interested in impact investing.
Rwanda is definitely worth a look.
Yeah. Okay. And then last but not least, we've got Egypt.
Egypt.
Great location, big population.
Yeah.
And a government that seems really keen on developing their IT sector.
Absolutely.
So what are your thoughts on Egypt?
Well, their location is definitely a major asset.
Okay.
Right at the crossroads of Africa and the Middle East.
Uh-huh.
So they've got access to this huge regional market.
Right.
They've also been working on improving their digital infrastructure.
Okay.
And they're trying to attract foreign investment in the IT sector.
So we've talked about 5 different countries here.
5 very different countries.
Yeah. Each one with its own kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So what are some key takeaways for our listeners who are thinking about, maybe putting some money into African tech?
Well, I think the first thing is to really think about your goals.
Yeah.
And your risk tolerance.
Okay.
Kenya's got that vibrant startup scene,
right.
But it's also very competitive.
Okay.
Nigeria's got huge potential.
Yeah.
But you have to be prepared to deal with some of the infrastructure and the bureaucracy.
Sure.
South Africa is more stable.
Yeah.
But they need to keep innovating.
Right.
Rwanda is really interesting, especially if you're interested in impact investing.
Yeah.
But it's a relatively small market.
Okay.
And then Egypt... Yeah. They've got that access to that huge regional market.
Right.
But there's also a lot of competition from established players.
So lots to think about.
Definitely.
So this has been a great kind of overview.
Yeah, a whirlwind tour.
Yeah, but it's just the beginning.
Exactly.
This is just to get you started.
Yeah.
Do your own research.
Absolutely.
Think about your goals, your risk tolerance.
Right.
And, see what's out there.
There's a lot of opportunity out there.
And while you're doing that, I want you to think about one more thing.
Okay.
Given how fast technology is changing, what do you think is going to happen in Africa in the next 10 years? What kind of crazy new opportunities are going to pop up?
Yeah, like what about mobile payments?
Yeah.
E-commerce, artificial intelligence?
Wow.
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah. The future of African tech.
It's exciting.
It's exciting.
So get out there.
And explore it.
Explore it.
Yeah.
That's it for this deep dive.
Thanks for listening.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.